Bones are amazing things. They hold us up, they support us, they make us strong. But bones have other uses. In the past, bones were thrown by diviners, seeking out the mysteries of the future. Now the bones are cubes, made of plastic or resin, but they still reveal things to us. As they fall from our fingers and rattle across the table, the story becomes clear. Welcome to Bone Throwers Theater, an RPG actual play podcast.
Welcome back to Bone Throwers Theater. This is Jeff, and I play Demetrius Norden.
This is Johnny, and I'm playing Jorus. I don't trust any of y'all folks. Glave.
This is Jeremy playing Grayson Digby.
My name is Aaron, and I am playing Brother Benedict.
And I'm Jordan, and I am playing all of the mean people, especially Lord Liverich.
That's why I don't trust you.
Yeah? You know, he's in the Privy Council because he lives rich. All that rich food makes him have to go to the Privy every time.
He killed Jeff. Who's eating rich.
Oh, yeah.
This sandwich is delicious.
Yeah. Is it the buffalo dip sandwiches?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Those are good. We'll talk about those in a few weeks. So, Demetrius, Jorus, and Benedict are all in a room.
So is Grayson.
So is Grayson. Well, I was going to say that they're visible in a room. All visible. Grayson is in the room, but he has knocked on the door trying to
Get the guards to open it so he can sneak out.
Yes.
Yeah. But,
And then come back in.
but
Yes,
no.
visible.
Alright, so I'm going to try and pick the lock.
While invisible. Okay.
Yes. Not bad. Not bad. He's 16.
Okay, that's just enough to pick the lock.
Nice. Does the door open in or out?
It opens in.
That's what I thought.
So you get the lock taken care of.
And then he's going to just be ready to move
Uh-huh.
and just fling the door open.
Okay. So the door flings open and this catches the guards completely off guard.
Mm-hmm.
They
Catches
storm
me
in.
completely off guard, too.
Yeah. They storm in like spears at the ready.
And at which point, as they storm in, Grayson is just going to slip out and around the corner.
Okay. What are you three doing?
I'm standing back away from the door
Yeah,
with my
none of
hands
us
up.
are close to the door at this point.
Yeah. We're all just like, the door just opened.
What about you, bastard?
I'm wondering why you're not searching for the queen.
Some of us have to do our job. And
Exactly.
we have to do what we were told to do. Because our job description is follow orders.
And who's more important? The queen or some lords? The queen or some lords?
The crown is most important. We don't want to hear anything else from you. No trying to open this door. Nothing until we receive further word. You understand?
You don't own rank over me.
You know, if you guys were much more polite, we'd be much more amenable to listen to you. I'm just saying.
We're not the ones who opened the door.
We're not either.
Are there any guards other than those two that were in that hallway?
Yeah.
Or, there are?
Yes.
There are more guards?
Oh yeah, they're
Oh
they're
my
guards.
You
gosh.
said there was triple the guards everywhere, all the time.
Grayson's going to find a spot where that is not in line of sight of the guards.
Okay.
How close is that to the door? Would I have to pass guards again to get to the door?
No, you won't have to pass guards again.
Okay, good. I'm going to then become visible
Okay.
and start to walk back towards the door.
Okay. You know, you walk into the scene where it's
They're still in the room?
Yeah, it's 3-on-2.
Okay, so Grayson's going to peer around the corner and then knock on the door. Hello?
One of the guards turns really quickly to face you.
I believe I was requested to come to this room.
And you are?
I'm Grayson Digby. Surely you've heard of me.
Nice.
This is the fourth, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, fine. And the guards go out and they close the door, and you hear as the lock is turned.
Gentlemen.
Nice to see you again. No, I don't actually say it. 'Cause
Oh wait, you did cast dispel. You
No.
cast.
No.
but I didn't look where he was standing.
He was looking at the.
If he was over next to the,
Yeah.
Yep,
The
I
Lord,
made
I
sure I was not over there.
Oh, okay.
Gentlemen, do we know why we're called to meet here?
yeah, they think that we killed Walsham
How?
because they're all a bunch of
No. Hold on. They think that you killed Walsham. We told them that you didn't
Well-
because you were with us.
We were all together.
Exactly.
Precisely.
This is the competency of your people, sir.
Not my people. My people actually serve the Queen, and at this point, you're much more my people than anybody in that room.
It's good to know. Right now, that's still one-sided. That's good to know.
At this point, the door opens.
Which door?
The one you
hallway.
just came through.
The hallway door?
Yes.
Were the guards? Okay.
Yes. Someone you don't recognize, but is wearing the insignia of the captain of the guard, steps through, and he says, "Oh, good. All four of you are finally here. Where were you? Why couldn't we find? Why didn't you come in with your others? When there's a royal summons, you should come."
He's here.
I'm here.
All right, fine.
How was there a royal summons when there's no royal person?
The palace is considered a royal summons.
Yeah.
Anybody from the palace who summons you is considered a royal
Yeah,
summons.
anybody,
Okay.
anybody, anybody as high as Liverich would be considered royal.
I don't
Okay.
question that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he says, "I'm going to go ahead and show you to your accommodations.
Oh, my room's
I'm
upstairs.
going to show you to your accommodations."
Yeah, my room's upstairs.
He does not take you upstairs.
He didn't need to take me anywhere. Where's that?
He does not allow you to go upstairs.
And as he says that, Grayson looks down at his pants, kind of brushes them off, dust kind of goes
Yeah.
everywhere, and he's like, "And some new pants, sir."
You're not getting new pants where you're going.
You said accommodations.
A turn of phrase. Yeah, so you guys are heading down.
Yeah, they're trying to take us to the dungeon, so. Luckily, I know the ways out.
Have we started leaving
I'm
with him?
going to say, excuse me, this is not where I'm going.
No, actually, well, he said, I'm going to my rooms. He tries to stop me, I'm just keep walking.
I have done nothing to break the law. I have done everything to uphold the law. Please, do not put me in here. This is not where I belong.
So that's where I'm trying to figure out.
As far as I'm concerned, we've all been obeying the law. We serve the Queen.
So, who is calling the shots?
Yeah, that's...
Maybe that's the proper question too. So, on whose orders?
On the orders of the council.
The Privy Council.
Yes, of the Privy Council. Government doesn't stop just because the Queen is missing.
Who all is on the?
Well, there's Lord Commode, Dame Judy Stench.
Is there any chance we could speak with the Privy Council?
They will call you when they want to hear from you.
Didn't they just call us?
Yeah, which I thought.
They spoke to you, and now they have to deliberate.
So
They didn't speak to me.
They didn't speak to anybody.
Liverich spoke to you, and he is
No.
the voice of the council.
No. He wanted answers that I didn't give him because he didn't like the answers I gave. And you know what? Again, you don't outrank me. So I just walk away. I am nobility. He is not.
do we know who all is on the Privy Council?
Yeah, out of the game.
Yeah.
Do our characters know?
No.
No.
I know most of them, not all of them.
Would you know that the Archbishop that we just rescued
Yes.
is on the Privy Council?
Yes.
But I wouldn't know that.
Grayson wouldn't know that.
No.
Right. But you would. It's like, look, we saved the Archbishop. I mean, we were working for the crown. We uncovered a plot to
Against the crown.
kill the Archbishop, which we saved, to depose the Queen. We don't know what that exactly means, but where is she?
Well, it seems like you failed on that account, doesn't it?
So is that our crime that we did not?
So we didn't do your job?
I'm not answering any further questions.
Like I said, I'm not here for this because I
Oh,
actually
no,
walked
you-
away.
do
No,
you-
I walked away.
Do you have answers for any of these questions? Is more the appropriate question.
You all will hold your tongues, or you will taste steel.
Did you just threaten a man of God?
Grayson laughs.
You consider yourself a man of God, but you don't wear robes of any order of the church.
Would the royal guard know that?
They would recognize all the
city.
Okay.
Yes.
So are you saying that I'm not a man of God?
If you're not of the Church of Angels and you're a man of God, you must be a Reman, which would make you an enemy of the crown.
We have just said we've been working for the crown.
How do we know that?
Because Lord Walsham...
Obviously, whoever's in charge of this Privy Council knows that. That's why we have been summoned. So maybe it's over top of your head, sir. Go find out who is calling the shots, and then them come talk to us. And pants. Trousers.
Pants are good.
Trousers. As Reese's step.
Yes, trousers.
Trousers.
Chop, chop. Timing is everything.
Man, you guys are mouthy kids.
I mean, does he have force with him, or is he by himself?
No, he's got a force with him.
I ignore them.
He's telling the guards to block your way.
Say, unblock my way, or the queen will have your head.
That's not for you to decide. I have to follow orders.
Grayson in the back's like, seems like to me if she gets back, well, when she gets back, she's going to have all the guards' heads anyway.
You
so-
know,
Yeah.
then it's not your problem.
It's yours.
That's fine.
In the name of the queen, go get your boss.
In the name of the
This instinct.
in the name of the council,
Yeah, the council answers to the queen.
the queen is not here. They rule in her stead. He draws his sword.
Okay, he's dead.
You really want to do that with a triple guard everywhere in the palace?
I have no problems with killing him.
Okay. Anybody else want in on this?
I step out of the way once the sword is drawn.
Yep. Grayson's like, whoa.
And then Benedict's not in this.
Yeah, I draw my sword. Went
Okay.
right back at him.
All right. Back and forth then.
You going to call your boss?
I don't need to. I have the authority that I need.
I have the authority of the crown.
My authority comes
It's
from
lower than the crown.
My authority comes from the crown.
No, your authority does not come from the crown. Your authority comes from some
He swings at me.
pissy lord in there.
And we were starting combat,
And I lost.
the Die of Doom has returned in Season 2 with the start of combat.
I think that's a different one than he was using earlier.
Nope, it's the same one. I rolled a 20 to hit.
And I rolled a 6 to parry.
And this character, you're gonna kill another one. Okay, so damage 3D,
Oh my gosh.
20.
1. 19 points damage.
Yeah,
That is dead.
he killed you.
Hold on.
I could save my life by...
You could save your life.
Yes.
Because he should have gotten a hero point for using his quote. And he still has 2 more in
Yes.
front of him.
So
Johnny,
give me
you need-
19.
Okay.
You need to save your life, Johnny.
Yeah, what did you roll? 18?
I rolled a 20.
20. So it'd be stunned.
Okay, so you're stunned. Alright, we'll go at this again.
Much better roll. Still very good, but...
Benedict is actually going to step in
15.
at this point and try to deflect that sword blow.
Okay, so I rolled a 15 to your 10.
Yep.
So that would hit. Well, it would basically add to his score more than anything.
Okay.
So
Well, that's...
That's not good.
Of course, another
But
1 on the
still,
wall die.
all
But
you needed was
eight.
another 5,
Yes,
so you got 8.
yeah.
So yes.
So okay. So you managed to knock the blow out of the path of hitting him. We should probably roll initiative at this point.
Benedict also says, "Sir, to the guard, we will go with you. Let me speak with our fellow."
Go ahead and roll to convince him.
Oh.
He ain't listening. So we got to roll agility.
Do I get my extra hero point for invoking my having to go defend this guy's life?
Yes, you do.
That's my agent.
So roll initiative, right?
Yeah, if you want to be a part of the combat, you don't have to.
Well, I don't want to be part of the combat. I just want to be able to do something.
do something.
try
Okay,
to stop this
okay.
combat.
Oh my gosh!
What'd you get, Johnny?
I got a 16.
Jeff?
8.
8. Yeah. I got a 8.
Benedict got a 7.
Grayson is going dead last with a 1.
So Jordan and I need to do a roll off.
Roll off.
What is your agility? Before roll off.
My agility is 2 dice.
Mine is 4.
Yeah, so he was
There
Jeff
you
goes first.
There you go first.
Yeah.
So the events that have just happened is the guard swung at you and he blocked the blow. So now it's your turn at the start of the round. So what do you want to do?
Cast Bless.
You want to cast Bless.
What is the target number?
19.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, no.
You fail.
That's too many 2s and 1s on that roll.
11. It's like 13. It's not enough.
Yeah.
So you do not bless. Who's next?
Demetrius.
Whoa. There's no need for fighting.
We're going to try diplomacy here.
I'm just saying that. I don't
Yes,
care if
try.
he listens or
Yes.
not.
Yes, you do care.
You
if
do
listen.
care. You care very much.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Hey, look.
That was a good roll.
That was a good roll.
17.
17.
We'll say
No.
No,
19.
19.
19.
Math is not our strong suit.
Well, he rolled a 1 on his wild die out of 2 rolls.
See, okay, so the theme for season 2 is non-combat. Jordan's going to roll horribly.
Okay, so we just avoid combat at all costs.
Yes, Johnny.
I'm game.
I'm sorry. It's part of who I am.
So he's holding his sword, and he's like, I'm listening.
Now you gotta word it.
Look, our hot-headed friend here just needs to chill out. And you need to chill out too. We're just trying to get some answers, same as you. That's all we're trying to do.
So if we follow protocol and go where I need to take you, then everything can be resolved. No
We're
ifs.
not being thrown into a dungeon.
I'm not saying you're being thrown into a dungeon. Why do you think you're being thrown into a dungeon?
Because the dungeon is right in front of us.
That's
where
not
you're
a
taking
dun-
us.
You guys haven't even gotten off the same level that you were on.
No, we haven't.
We're in a dungeon.
I thought we were down by the dungeon.
No, he won't even leave the room.
No. Well,
we just
we're in the
assume,
hallway, but
at this point we assume we're heading to the dungeon because he comes up. Let me show you to your accommodations. He.
and he won't let me go to my rooms. So
They just want to keep you together. That's all.
As long as it's not the dungeons. Because that's not where we
Nobody
belong.
ever said the word dungeon.
I mean,
Cell?
Cell, same thing. Prison.
Nobody said dungeon. Nobody said cell. Just said accommodations.
I mean, you had us locked in this room
Yeah.
already.
for no reason.
So if you're going to lock us in somewhere, just keep us in here. It's nice in here. There's your chamber pot. Thanks.
I'm just following orders. And I don't need any hot-headed noble son to make life difficult for me.
I'm not making life difficult. I just want to go to my rooms.
Put the swords away, gentlemen, please.
I'm not the one blocking the path to my room.
You're going to have to persuade your friend.
You want us all to be together? Come, let's go to my room. We'll all be together. That's what you want, isn't it?
Season 2 has not changed for Jeff, though.
Nope.
Still rolls a 1.
I rolled a 6 to persuade Joran to put away his...
Well, maybe if he
Sword.
had his name right.
Jorus.
Jorus.
Jorus, go ahead and roll a wit.
More than 6.
Yeah.
9.
I did what I could.
Yeah.
He's not going to listen to me.
You just want us all to be together? We'll all be together.
I was told to take you
By whom? Give me a specific name.
by Liverich.
Very well. Take me to Lord Liverich.
He will see you at his pleasure.
I say in my
Grayson's
head,
going to try and charm
And
Captain of the Guard.
I point to it. So, who gave you this little emblem of yours? Because I've never seen you around here before.
Target number is 15. Hey, this is doable.
Yeah, it is.
Ooh,
If you can't get it with that many
Yeah,
dice.
that's 15 right there. That's 20, 22, 23 to charm.
So what is the effect of charm?
It'll give my persuasion roll a plus 4d.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, 4 more dice. I'm already at 5. Nice.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, look, obviously, Liverich wanted information from all of us. We're all here. Whatever is on his agenda is the utmost importance. So why don't we just get it done now?
Oh,
That's a lot of sixes
That's
right
a lot
there.
of zetas.
The wild die. Woo. 1, 2, 3, 4 sixes. 5. It's 11. It's 41.
42.
42.
Man, if you had that roll earlier.
Yeah. Still one shy of still mine, though. Ridiculous. I rolled 9 die and still could not hit the target number for one of the spells.
Did you actually pick that one up?
I did. I did just in case.
All I know is that Lord Liverich is trying to determine what should be done to make sure that everything runs smoothly. We are trying to assess what needs to be done to try and get to the Queen. We have had no luck getting past the energy that is surrounding the St. Aldrich's Cathedral. So we are trying to make that happen. He is trying to actually lead an assault himself. That was where he was going. So he is no longer in the palace at this point. So you do have to wait until he returns.
Okay, we'll wait. Right here.
So be it. He dusts off his hands, symbol of utter contempt, closes the door. All right, so you all are in the palace, locked up, waiting for Liverich to return.
More than that, I'm waiting for the council to release.
Yeah. So do you want to go listen at the door and see if you can hear anything?
Yeah, might as well.
Okay.
I wonder, do they know about the mirrors?
Oh, how could they? They don't talk to us.
Oh my gosh, Johnny.
No.
Well, I guess I didn't hear a thing through that door.
No, it sounds pretty quiet on the other side. And with that, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break.
Have you ever watched an absolutely terrible movie and thought to yourself, what were they thinking?
Because we sure have.
So much so that we named our podcast after it.
What were they thinking?
Starring me, Nathan.
And Brendan.
Every other week, we take a bad to questionable movie and unpack it, so you don't have to.
And then every other week, we A your Q's with our mailbag.
Or, talk about whatever.
Yeah, no big whoop.
No big whoop at all. So that's What Were They Thinking?
You can catch us on Podbean, YouTube, iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, and more.
On also a ton of platforms that Brendan made up.
And we're back. So you just listened at the door.
And I
No
heard
thing.
wood.
You heard the sound of a dead tree.
Willis Masters.
So here's my other question. Should we tell them about the mirrors?
Eventually.
Well, as long as we know that they're not the ones using
Yes,
the mirrors.
that's what I mean by eventually.
Everyone that is not using the mirrors needs to know about the mirrors.
Everybody who is using the mirrors needs to die.
Right, because yes, they are. They have proven themselves to be quite dastardly.
So you all wait, and you wait, and you wait, and it's quite a long time.
Is there like a mouse hole or something going into the meeting room?
You'd have to search for it.
Okay. 20.
I'd say there's a mouse hole, yes.
Alright. We're going to try shape change.
Okay.
Yes.
Go ahead and give it a try. What's the target number?
15 plus 10 to scale.
So, but
Yeah.
does it say what the different scales are?
So yes. So like a character in like an animal, there's no modifier. If it's an air cycle, a car, a little dragon, a wild, +6 to dodge and soak. If it is a big dragon, a galley, a mecha, a tank, +12, and so on.
So it
Okay,
only
so
gives
animal-
examples going up. No,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and it says
Animals
and
are
humans
same scale.
Are same scale.
Yeah.
So there's no scale difference.
So they're
Okay. Well,
So-
according to that, there's no scale difference.
yeah.
Turn
That
a little tiny mouse and be all right. Oh, Johnny.
Oh,
you can spend a character point to roll an extra die.
I figure we've been here for what, 2 hours?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, if we're here for another 2 hours, I'll try again.
And nobody wants to try picking any locks or anything like that because this was something that you had discussed before.
I mean,
I'm gonna listen at the inner door.
At the inner door? Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
5, 10, 13.
It sounds quiet in there. It doesn't sound like anybody is in that particular room.
I try the doorknob gently.
It's locked.
I'm gonna pick the lock.
Okay.
Oh, you picked. Oh, you picked. Oh, you picked the lock, Jeff.
Wow. You rolled what,
3 exploding.
3 exploding dice?
29.
29.
Yeah, you get that lock open. It's like the smoothest lock you've ever picked. It's well oiled.
It's nice.
It's like a clockmaker made this lock.
Yeah, it's like someone who knew precision made this lock.
I commend the locksmith who did this. Then I gently turn the doorknob and crack the door slightly. Should I roll my sneak?
Since you mentioned it, sure.
Since you're trying to do it stealthily.
And again,
Oh my goodness, Jeff! Stop! Wasting them. Because we will need them later.
He's only going to roll this one when he's not in combat.
Right.
Let's see. 10.
But remember, we're avoiding combat at all costs.
Oh my goodness.
Remember? Because Jordan rolls poorly outside of combat.
24.
you were stealthy. You were very stealthy. And the room is pretty much empty. You don't see anybody. The fire has actually died down to coals and embers. Yeah, you can see that it leads off into further chambers if you wanted to go. But yeah, there's nobody there. It's a pretty standard meeting room with like a bench all along the outside of the room, and there looks like there's a table over on the side for refreshments, wine, fruits, cheeses, that kind of thing. But there's no platters or anything there.
I go to one of the other doors and listen.
Okay.
Not nearly as well, but...
Well, after he has the door open, I'm going to see magic aura on the room.
Okay.
13.
You don't hear anything.
How many doors were in here?
There are 2 other doors.
2 other doors?
Yeah, and the door you listen to, you don't hear anything.
I move on over to the other door.
Okay.
The third door.
Grayson, what are you doing?
I'm sitting on one of the chairs that's in the original room, just waiting.
Okay.
Not doing anything.
Benedict?
Have we discussed what's actually in the room that we're in?
It's a common waiting room, some chairs, a small side table with a couple candles on it.
Benedict's actually going to start just looking around the room because he's getting bored out of his mind. So.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, Jeff.
Do I see anything magical?
Oh, Jeff! What are you doing? Stop
I don't
wasting
know, I
all
can't
these
help it.
sixes.
Do I see anything magical in the room at all?
No.
No, okay.
Benedict's actually searching the room. But,
Okay.
You know, not really like anything particular, just kind of nosing around.
5,
You found the mirror.
6 is 34?
It's a little small.
34 for listening at the...
Then yes, 34.
Not laughing that he had to do it, laughing that he's got that many.
That many sixes, yes.
I'm going to die tonight just because this keeps happening. I hear all the things on the other side of this door, even if it's a cockroach scuttling across the ground.
It sounds like servants are working in the other room. And like it sounds like people are moving around, like putting things away.
How familiar am I with this part of the castle?
You've been in this part of the palace before.
So, do I know, like, where the various doors go to?
What's on the other side of these doors?
That's what I'm asking.
You should know that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, because I'm sure that if you were being trained to be Walsham's protege, essentially, his next in line, so you would have a pretty good understanding of what's in the palace.
I know where the 3 various doors go. And the one he's listening to is just kitchen access or something, or
For servants and stuff like that.
nothing there you need to worry about. What about the other 2?
Are you sure?
There are 3 doors total.
3 doors total.
You came through one.
There's 2 others.
There's 2 others.
Okay. Yes, that's just where the servants bring in the meals and such.
What about the other one? I didn't hear anything at that door.
No, that was the hallway. Guests come through the side we were in. Is there anything unusual in the room?
No.
No. Okay.
It looks like a standard meeting room.
But nothing stands out to me as something new in the room or anything.
No.
Okay. I go over to the hallway door.
Okay.
And I want to sneak it open and take a peek out in the hallway.
Okay. The hallway looks empty.
Okay. And this hallway leads to which part of the palace?
It leads more towards Royal Residential area.
I'm gonna go back into the waiting room and tell these guys, Grayson and Brother Benedict, so we can get out without guards.
Benedict.
Like, possibly to this guy's rooms and wait for him there just to
You don't think that's a little
irritate him.
irritate the guy who
Lock
had
us
the
up.
guards come to arrest us? I'm really confused. I just don't think that this seems like the smartest course of action.
Probably not. I'm a little distraught and tired of waiting, honestly.
Definitely tired of waiting.
I was pulled out of a funeral for my master, so I'm irritated with the entire day.
So whose chambers are on this floor?
A lot of the court, like people who are just part of Royal Society, have their apartments on this level.
Okay.
Was there anybody in particular who you were close to?
No, I don't like people in general.
Shocking.
You don't like people, or people didn't like you?
A little bit of both.
Oh yeah, people don't like me for good reason.
So you know that Robert Child actually has his apartments on this.
Is he
level.
part of the council?
He's not part of the council, but he is considered to be a close confidant to Liverich.
Okay. Is there any members of the council on this level?
Even or
Even.
Look, it's a 6.
It's a 6.
Uh-oh.
Must be going to combat.
Yes, there's at least one member of the council.
All right. I'm gonna go to that member's doors
Okay.
and just see if I can hear anything through the door.
It actually, you do hear something through the door.
Okay.
It sounds like someone is rummaging through trunks.
Casual rummaging or like ransacking rummaging?
Kind of like ransacking rummaging.
All right. I knock on the door.
You hear like a noise.
That's a strange noise.
Like for the rummaging sounds,
Mhm.
they stop. Like someone's freezing in place.
I go back to where these guys are.
Okay.
I don't know for sure, but I think we may have another automaton on our hands.
Pulls the key out of the pocket. These things will go down. I vow this.
I know better than try to face this thing by myself.
Are you asking for our help?
I'm asking if you would be willing to help. If you say no, so be it.
Go ahead and give him a persuasion roll.
Grayson really doesn't want to go. He really doesn't want to go.
4.
Against Wit?
Yeah. He's still.
6.
He's close to persuading you, but not quite.
Because I really don't want to fight it either, but that's why I'm not very persuasive. It's kind of a duty thing more than a want to thing.
Grayson looks at Demetrius and says, "Yeah, you gotta get close to it to get that key in.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I can try and distract it for a little bit."
We've done it twice, so we know it can be done.
And he walks right past Jorus and says, "Demetrius, since you asked, let's go."
Just quick question for the GM. What is the level of magic of the automaton?
The level of magic?
Yes.
0.
So, like, if I wanted to cast Dispel Magic on it,
Oh.
what would my target number be?
Do you remember Still Mind? That's low.
Yeah, I know.
Probably.
Let me take a look. I should have
That's why I'm like, just a quick question. But you never know.
See, all of the magic, all of the spells that I gave it were as perks. I didn't actually stat out actual spells for it.
Which means it can do it automatically.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to roll for it.
So it's a 0.
Yeah.
So that means I have a low target number.
No. Johnny, you are missing the point. It can do magic like it's breathing.
Yeah.
Level of magic.
I'm
that
going to
is-
say that it's at least a level 50 to
Whoa, my gosh.
Okay, yeah, I won't even try it.
Well, if you get rid of all your character points, it gives you 20 extra
You
dice.
can only spend a maximum of 3 at a time.
Yes, but that'll also Jordan,
Yeah.
20 extra.
None of us will survive.
No.
Alright, I'm going to cast Bless on us before we go into the room at all.
Okay.
20.
Okay. So you're all blessed.
Yay.
Who wants to go first into the room?
Benedict will go first.
Is it locked?
No.
Once more.
Well,
to the
before you
bridge.
go in and knock again, just, it's a... If it's not an automaton in there, we don't want to just go bursting in the Lord's chambers. You know what I mean?
Okay. It's a friend of yours, though.
No, I wouldn't say friend.
Yeah.
But-
So, Benedict looks at Jorus. The thing's in here?
Yes.
Hello! Hello in there! Anybody home?
I didn't mean to be quite that loud.
Completely quiet.
Okay. So then Benedict opens the door and steps inside with staff at the ready.
And George is right behind him.
Okay. So you see a bed, like a 4-poster bed, and you see like desks and a couple of trunks, but you also see a wardrobe on the other side of the room.
As I step in, I'm also kind of searching to see if there's anything kind of that isn't of the obvious.
See Magic Aura? Remember, it's +2 to all rolls.
I got a 15.
The door to the wardrobe is ajar.
23. To see Magic Aura.
There's something coming from the wardrobe.
Like something coming from it, or just Magic Aura in the wardrobe?
In the wardrobe.
Okay.
Yes.
Big difference.
Yes, the entire wardrobe is. If you go into it, there's a magical land through the coats.
Alright,
It's Narnia.
Creepy, Narnia.
how much what would target number be to dispel magic on a mirror?
I'd say that it would be in the mid-30s, like at least 35,
As the target number or as the level?
as the level of magic.
Okay.
So,
Well, Benedict saw that the wardrobe was open,
Yes.
and so he's just going to go ahead and walk up.
Benedict? No. There's something evil inside there.
I thought that's why we were here.
Yeah, I'm thinking evil like a mirror.
Do you know it's a mirror, or do we suspect it's a mirror?
I suspect it's a mirror.
So how do you want me to find out if it's a mirror?
You hear the cocking of a crossbow behind you.
Do you want me to check to see if it's a mirror?
I want you to wait till we're ready to
Hear the
open the
drawing
door.
of a sword.
Okay.
Now, cautiously open the door. Stand behind the door as you open it.
Okay. So Benedict grabs the door and kind of yanks and stands behind it, with the door between him and the crossbow.
Yes. Is there a mirror on the door?
No.
Okay.
You see someone huddling in the wardrobe, like covering their face with their arms.
Do I recognize this someone?
No.
Are they human?
It's hard to tell. Their voice is muffled, and they go, Don't shoot!
Come out of there.
Do I recognize the language? I'm rolling my language.
It's English.
No,
So
the-
the clicking
the-
thing isn't another language. It's
No,
just
no.
it's like a tick. Okay.
It's an effect. Don't hurt me.
Don't give us cause to and we won't.
Benedict's gonna come around from behind the door at this point and kind of be between, not directly between Jorus and this whimpering, crying creature, but in a position to
Block if need be.
and say, "We will not hurt you. What is your name?"
They step out, and it's a very slight, slender figure. They're robed from head to foot in all black clothing. They even have like gloves on their hands. It's distinct because they only have 4 fingers on each hand, and they are wearing what looks like a plague mask. It's a giant hood that comes out and looks like a bird's beak. Like there's glass sealing the eye sockets, and they're wearing like a black roundish hat over top of that. Don't hurt us. We do not mean harm to anybody.
Us? Is there more of you in there?
It's just us, no.
What were you doing in the wardrobe?
We heard a noise
Did you hear me knocking?
They might hurt me. I don't want to tell.
Who might hurt you?
The Bavanshi might hurt. You are not Bavanshi, are you?
No. We are Angelans.
Of course you are in Chellens, but are you with the Bavanshi?
Who are the Bavanshi?
They are coming. The Black Dome?
The people who are working with the thing in the Black Dome are the Bavanshi. And you're afraid of them. Because they want to hurt you.
They would kill me, yes.
Why would they kill you? Why are you their enemy?
I am of the Mist Court. And the Mist Court has been trying to fight the Bavanshi.
If you're fighting the Bavanshi, then it sounds like we may be on the same side.
What were you looking for in this room? And why this room?
Just looking for information?
About the Bavanshi?
Yes.
Why did you choose this room to look?
Look in all councilmen's rooms.
Why, councilman?
They're with the nasty bishop.
What? What bishop?
The bishop we saved?
You saved the bishop?
Oh, back up. What makes the bishop nasty?
Don't hurt me.
I will protect you.
Jordan just went over to go hide behind Aaron.
So why is the bishop nasty?
Because the Bavanshi have corrupted the Angelan church.
The Bavanshi have also kidnapped the queen, is that correct?
Queen?
The Angelan queen.
Oh, yes.
Okay. But the bishop is serving the Bavanshi.
No, he does not know.
Oh.
When did this happen? Do you know when he started serving them? Because they were trying to kill him at one point.
Mm-hmm.
And we saved him.
Queen's father.
Queen's father?
He made the deal when he separated the churches.
What? No. When did the bishop start to serve?
Bishop has always served.
Then why were they trying to kill him?
He serves the queen.
Well, that doesn't make any sense at all.
So,
That means he's not evil if he serves the queen.
hold up. Oh,
He hasn't said
Benedict-
anything against the queen yet.
No, Benedict is stepping forward. So you're saying that the queen's father split the church over the Bavanshi, and the bishop of the Angelan church has always served the Bavanshi unknowingly.
Mm-hmm.
Then why were the Bavanshi trying to kill the bishop?
Bishop does not know about the change.
The change in...
Church. He grew up in it. It would seem normal.
Can you roll resist to reading his mind?
Sure. What skill should I be?
It would be wit.
Wit. 40 in wit.
It's not going to work then.
5, 10, 15, 18.
Yeah, then succeed. You have to get 15 plus target.
His mind is repelling you like it would be a Fey mind.
Yeah, I feared he was Fey.
Yeah.
Well, I assumed he was Fey, but...
Hold on.
Hmm?
Where are you from?
I am a representative of Mist Court.
You're not from here. How did you get here?
I'm not from Faded Realm.
How did you get here?
Where is the portal that you came from?
I can take you.
Nope.
Can't get there from here.
Your Mist Court is enemies of the Bavanshi, and you can take me to your Mist Court
Humans not go, but I can take you to portal.
and show me the portal.
Do you know where the queen is being held?
Bavanshi.
Yes, but you are an investigator.
Not in Faded Realm.
Is Bavanshi a known term, or is that just...
Yeah, what do I know that term from my magic history knowledge?
Go ahead and roll.
or religious history?
Go ahead and roll.
23.
9.
You know
You're
that.
blessed.
11.
Oh yeah, so
25.
25.
Okay, so
Oh, bless your heart.
Bless his heart.
you know that at one point there were more fairy in the world,
Okay.
and that's pretty much all you know. you know that there were different nations, Johnny,
Mm-hmm.
of Fae. And the Banshee were known as one of the most bloodthirsty.
Okay.
So, with that knowledge, we're going to go ahead and break it off for this week. So, thank you very much for listening. Thank you for listening to Bone Throwers Theater. Our cast is Aaron, Jeff, Jeremy, Johnny, and Jordan. We are releasing this podcast under a Creative Commons Attribution, Non-Commercial, No Derivatives 3.0 Unported license. That means that you can share the podcast, but please do not modify it or try to gain financially from it. If you would like to visit our website, you can do so at bonethrowerstheater.com. If you would like to send us an email, you can do so at bonethrowerstheater@gmail.com. Our Twitter handle is @bonethrowerstheater, and also you can look us up on Facebook and Google+. And until next time, may the bones fall ever in your favor. This has been a Nerd Circle podcast production.